If you would like to learn how to make Vietnamese egg roll, stay tuned. We'll show you how. So here we go. So we're making egg roll, Emily. So I'm just slicing up the shallots. Francine is cutting up the nấm mèo. Nấm mèo is called
ear mushrooms or something.
Ear mushroom, but nấm is mushroom, mèo is cat. Cat mushroom? Yes. So if you So if you go to Google and ask Google to translate, it's cat mushroom, but it's actually earwood. What's it called, Francine? Earwood mushroom?
Sure. But it's like, why is it called cat mushroom?
I don't know.
Do
It's
cats like
Vietnamese. It's Vietnamese. So Matthew is cutting up the jicama. I'm doing the shallots, and in this bowl right here, we have 2 pounds of ground pork and
Shrimp.
chunks of shrimp that Matthew has
Yum. A vegetarian's nightmare.
cut up. So, and then we have carrots coming up whenever Matthew is done. He'll be in charge of carrots. And so we're just doing the prep work for the egg roll. Okay. Chop carrots in here. Carrots that Matthew chopped up. It's a little bit big, but I'm going to use the bottom one. The bottom one was grated, so I think that's pretty good. Half cup of a carrot. And then in here is the vermicelli. Oops, there's something in here, Emily. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I soaked it in water. Dad have to sneeze while I'm filming. Soak up in water, and I had Emily chop it up finely, or in this size right here. So, and then continue to add in the vegetable. These are the earwood mushroom. Earwood mushroom. These are shallots. And these are jicama. If you don't like jicama, you can certainly leave it out, but I have extra left over from our other recipe that we were working on. So that's what I have.
And how much of each of those?
So half cup of each. So half cup of the carrots, half cup of jicama, and half cup of the shallots. And then I'm going to go ahead and season. I'm going to put in about 1 spoonful of, what is this called?
Bouillon.
Bouillon, chicken powder. It's right there. And then you need a little bit of sugar. Most recipes don't have it, but my mom adds sugar, so I'm going to do that. Trying to duplicate the flavor of my mom egg roll, so just a little bit of sugar. Is that 1 tablespoon, Emily?
No.
And then I'm using salt and pepper that my mom made, but if you have salt and pepper separately, you can do that. This is 1 tablespoon of salt and pepper. And then I add this oyster sauce into the egg roll mix. This just kind of helps bind things together. So that is probably 2 tablespoons. And this is sesame oil that I'm using. This is very strong. This is concentrated, so drizzle of that. And then the secret recipe that my mom used is a Lipton secret onion. I guess it's not secret anymore because I'm sharing with the world. But learned that from my mom. I'm sure she got that from somewhere. So I'm gonna, so 1 package of this come in 2 bags. I'm just gonna use half of a bag for a 2 pound pork. So that looks like half of a bag. So put that back, we'll use that later. And then one of these guys, 1 egg. Whoops. All right, I didn't drop it on the floor. And then use gloves. And then you're just gonna have to go in, Emily, and just smash things up together. Get everything all mixed up. and Mary. Get it all flying together, and then we're gonna start rolling. So Francine can go home. She wants to take this to go. We're not gonna all eat this today, but the good thing about these egg rolls is that you can roll it and stick it in the freezer, and then you can just fry it up whenever you're ready to eat. So whenever I'm making this, I tend to make more than we normally eat for the day, because I store this in the freezer and fry it up whenever I have a craving for egg roll. And this is how you make the filling for the egg roll, girls. Questions? Questions for me on how to make egg roll? Emily?
How much love do you put in it?
You put in a lot of love, but you don't really make it into a meatball. You just want to massage and get all the meat and the veggie all mixed together, but you don't, go in and smash it. So some YouTuber, I've seen it where they make the meatball and they go like this. You don't want to do that, so don't do that. These are just get it all mixed together. And basically it. So there's still some veggie at the bottom. So I'm just going to continue to rotate this until all the veggies and the meat and the protein all mixed together. And that's it. You can stop. Okay, so we have our fillings done. I split it in 3 ways. This is Matthew, yours, and yours, Nancy. Wow. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a water boat for the rice paper. So this is my mom's trick as well, to get. We're not going to use the egg roll wrapper. We're going to use rice paper as the wrapper. And for rice paper, this is really hard, so you need to dip it in water. And to get the, when you deep fry rice paper, it doesn't turn into a golden color. So what my mom did is she poured a little bit of Coke in there. That's probably too much Coke. Emily, can you get me some more water here? I need a little bit more water in here. So that's, I would use like half of a can of Coke or Pepsi. And then Emily is walking slowly with the water. Then I would use warm water. Pour that in there. Here you go, honey. Put that away. And then with the rice paper, you just slightly dip it in here. And because this is pretty wet. And wet, we're going to deep fry this. So wet that goes into the hot oil is not good, cause an explosion. So we're just going to dry it a little bit on the towel. And then it takes a while to get that to soft and for me to roll. So I'm just going to let that sit for a while I set another one. So now I have 2, and I think this one should be ready to go. Yeah, it's pretty soft. So Matthew, are you watching? This is going to be your station right here. Put 2 spoons for this size of rice paper, and then you just kind of roll up like this, and then put your finger,
your thumb.
Good job. Press it down.
Fold it up and press it down.
Fold it. Press it. And then neat, and roll it up.
Really tight.
Really tight. And then you want the edge to be a little bit wet. And then here is your gyao that we're gonna get it ready to deep fry in a little bit. So that's one. Let me do another one right here. Hopefully you guys can do this. Make sure you roll it really tight because this is going to go in a hot oil and you don't want it to fall apart.
Or unravel.
Unravel, thank you. So put your thumb, fold it up like this. There you go, press, and then The key is to hold this really tight, Matthew. You listening? And then fold, fold, fold. So there you go. That's 2 right here that I've done. Do you think you can finish the rest now that you know how to do this? You want me to do another one?
No, we can do it.
Okay, sounds good. There you go. Go ahead and start rolling. No.
So
Fold
you
it on the
fold
side.
Fold it up until it hits, and then you fold it down,
Use your thumb.
and then you
Do
fold
you
this like that, and pinch right here,
Pinch with your thumb.
and then make sure it's tight.
Very, very tight because it goes in a hot oil, Matthew.
And
You
Yeah,
don't
you
want
want
it to
it
fall
hot.
apart.
and then you roll it up.
Press it, Matthew.
Pretty tight. Mhm.
Press it tight.
Beautiful. And then you get a little bit of wetness right here, so it can seal, because that's how it breaks open.
Good job. And then go ahead and use that one. Okay, Francine. Fold it. That's too much meat, Francine.
It's not. But thank you for backseat driving me, as always.
Let's see how that goes. It's a little bit fat.
What about that one? That one, you did that one.
I did.
Yeah.
No, I did that over there.
No, you did this one too. So that's why I don't like these ones. I like the smaller ones better.
Okay, I'll make the smaller one. So the egg roll, it's browning up pretty nicely. I think this is done, so I'm just going to take it off of the hot oil here and put in a new batch. Francine, you were surprised earlier to learn that I met Yi-Huyen at a Vietnamese restaurant.
Yes,
Why?
because you never told us that.
No.
Please tell us this story.
I'm surprised that I never told you. I don't know why, but I met Yi-Huyen before I met your dad. We were both 18, working in a restaurant called Vietnam Restaurant in Broadway in San Antonio, Texas. Hopefully that restaurant is still there. It used to be owned by a lady we call Bà Cúc. And yeah, that's how I met Yi-Huyen, and we were still friends to this day.
So how many years would that be?
A long time ago, Francine. I was 18. And how old am I today?
Almost 50?
49.
Thank you. You do the math.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I was working there at a waitress, and Yi-Huyen was the host, and we just clicked right away. Yeah. So what is your early memory of Yi-Huyen?
She would always babysit us, and we'd be at her house, or she'd be at our house, and we hang out with her and Kyle.
Insane.
Insane.
And it would be just a really fun time. Yeah, only positive memories with Yi-Huyen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was always so much fun.
Yeah,
She
such a
was
good
like-
role model too.
A really great aunt.
Hmm
Well,
One of our favorites.
I'm sure she will be very happy to hear that you guys have good memory of her. She is still living in Dallas. So when I first met you, well, I'm sure she will appreciate when she hears that you guys think very highly of her. So anyway, are we still rolling?
Yes.
Okay, so this is how I normally like to eat up Vietnamese egg roll. I know the Chinese eat it differently, but for me, this is how I eat it. It's kind of hard to do when we're outside. But here's nước mắm right here, and this is mint that's homegrown. So I put a lettuce, and I put a mint right here in the middle. I put one of these bad boys in the middle like this. Roll. Dunk, and then you just shove it in. I can taste that chunk of shrimp, so it's good. You may not like it, Emily, because it's a chunk of shrimp. But Francine, so don't eat this by itself. Make sure you dip it in the sauce because I don't think I put enough seasoning in the meat. It tastes perfect with the nuke mum, the dipping sauce.
Very nice.
I'll pack some of this to go for you. But how is it, Emily? Oh, all good. All good. Yeah, thank you. Why don't you try? Really good. Crunchy, yummy, delicious. So this is what the double fry egg roll looked like, the finished product. And this is the single fry. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the freezer, save that. But these I'm gonna serve up right now with our vermicelli and grilled chicken. Looks good.